Hi, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. There's only one way we can start this off. Hey, everybody! It's just me today. I have no idea where Chris is at. We had a 2:30 start time, and maybe he'll join us. I have no idea. If not, maybe I'll just be talking about both movies today. Um, I don't know where he's at. I seriously don't. I know the two movies we're talking about today. We are going to be talking about. Oh, looks like we do got a second person. Second person did jump in here.
Sorry, pal.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on
What,
with
what what time did you turn on your computer earlier today?
that. Earlier today it was like 2:26.
Okay, so you didn't go in and try to check at noon to make sure all your stuff is up,
I'm up
make
now.
sure it's
It's
ready.
all good.
You're up here now, but now we can't even talk about any of the stuff I want to talk about. So I guess now you got to stick around for another hour after the podcast just to
Okay.
talk.
All right. Sounds good.
See how you are. Ugh. Chris does not like any of you guys. He thinks all you guys are assholes. He tries to kill you in his sleep.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name's Neil.
You know, Chris,
Where's your facial hair?
I shaved it. It's coming back.
Yeah. You
Where's
look
it
spooky.
appearing?
Oh my God, you look like Uncle Fester.
I know it's all right.
Like, dude. Today, guys, we're talking two movies out there in the wonderful world of entertainment that you can go watch. The first is a buddy of Chris's, I think, or
No,
is
it's
he
just
a buddy?
no. Ever since we did Tonight Fest, I get emails from PR people that want us to consider the movie for review, and so this is one of them.
Okay, so this is a movie from the people from Panic Fest. That if you don't know, we do Panic Fest every year. Oh man, I've deleted the. I had the background. Oh no, I don't. There it is.
Well, I
Boom.
mean, this is
Panic
they wanted.
Fest.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not from Panic Fest. They worked with. They've submitted this movies to Panic Fest before, and I reached out
Okay,
to
so
them.
this is from a studio that makes us do things because if we
Yeah,
don't, they'll kill us in our
yeah,
sleep.
that's 100%
And
true.
this movie is called Voice of the Shadows, and it was featuring Gilmore.
Guillermo.
That's what I said, Gilmore, Belanki.
Are you here for a confession?
No, I'm not. I just moved out here. My girlfriend inherited a house. This house is making all of us crazy.
I can protect my mom, but I will protect you and Celeste.
Her house is corrupted, Father.
Yeah, so that's. By the way, I want to mention a lot of these actors are only in Spanish-speaking productions, so I had to yank a bunch from the preview.
Of course. I understand that
Mhm.
struggle too much. Karina Mika is in this as well.
In life, there were two Mildas. The first was a Christian woman who lost her husband and daughter in a tragic accident. Few would know the second Milda. You see, this is not the first time Milda's passed away.
Yeah, Mika from the
Milda.
trailer. Mil- yeah, you want Mil? Yeah.
And then we got Jane Morrell.
Not as hard as throwing away another 2 years into a relationship that isn't doing you any good. Listen, Sam, when I first met Keith, I thought he was a nice guy. Nice looking, yes. But I knew he'd be no match for you. You have a certain spark, and everybody sees it. And you attract a lot of men because of it. Unfortunately, most of them are dumber than a bag of hair.
Yeah, that's from a short film she did.
That's funny. I don't care what you say.
All right, and who else in this?
Okay, and the other one is Michael Paul Levin.
This is not the first time you've committed such an egregious sin, is it? And yet you come here so bold as to be damning others. Do you consider yourself a man of God?
Also from the preview, the trailer, Michael Paul Levin.
Oh, dude, he's actually in a bunch of movies, though.
I couldn't find like stuff where he spoke at length.
I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can't find anything for the best actor in the entire movie.
You know about Bivang?
Huh?
Okay, all right, man. We'll move on. Are you late? Are you distracted? What's the deal?
No, I'm right here the whole time.
Okay.
I was
All right,
just
man.
reading the reviews on Voice of the Shadows from all the different award-winning places it came from.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man.
Most of the facts that we have of it are about all the awards it has won.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the awards.
All the awards.
Won.
Yeah, yeah.
It has won over 9 awards.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's awesome. An award-winning film.
All right.
The next movie we got is Speak No Evil.
That's actually the Danish version. We're talking about the actually remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speak No Evil.
That's actually the one that also still the Danish version.
I know. But the thing is, both those posters are way better. Because I like James, but he's the only one on the damn poster. But Speak No Evil, featuring the one, the only, one of the greatest actors, I think, of this generation, the one and only James McAvoy.
A boy.
That's what I said.
There's a shotgun I bought. It's in the bottom cabinet, hidden behind things. The shells are in my uniform closet out in the service hall. Kill me. You kill me.
Wait. No. Don't do that.
Where's that from? You look a little perplexed. Yes.
I am very complex because he's had speeches where he literally says, you know, Janice, we would love to actually be around you, but we didn't feel so fucking sad for you. Or speeches like, you know, where he goes, we are more than humankind. We are a bunch. He has speeches that literally have awards. What is that from?
Split, dude.
Oh. Yeah. That's a good movie too. All right, but anyway, also in this movie is I don't know because I can't see the list right now. Oh yeah, Mackenzie Davis.
I'm not afraid of the future. Oh my god, you should be. You're convinced that you're this failure, but you actually made your biggest dream come true.
Oh my, what?
That sameness that you despise. That's your gift to them. Waking up every day and doing the same things for them over and over. You are boring. Your marriage is boring. Your house is boring, but that's fucking incredible.
That's from Tully.
Tully was such a good movie.
We talked about that movie. You and I,
Yeah, I said it was great, and you hated it for some reason.
I know. I don't think I hated that movie. Pretty sure I didn't.
You're like, it's the worst movie that ever exists.
No,
and I was
no,
like,
no.
why do you hate this movie? And you're like, women suck. And I'm like,
I
whoa,
never
Chris, settle down, bro.
No, I never
All
said
right.
that.
Also in this movie is Scoot McNairy.
I believe the world's a bad place. I don't think I'm much better. We have to try. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to do something.
This is from Narcos Mexico.
Nice.
Yeah. Deep pull.
All right, and the last one is from. How you say it?
I listened to it like 5 times yesterday, and I think I got it. It's
Francisco?
Ashling Franciso. I forgot. Ashling Franciosi. Ashling Franciosi. Okay.
Go for
I
it.
don't remember my real father. He took care of me and my mum after he died. He used to call you Papa. I loved you. And then you left us. Guess you don't remember that either.
That's from Legends, TNT's Legends.
Ooh,
Yeah.
legends.
Yeah.
You know who's a legend?
Sean Bean.
There's only one legend.
Please don't do it. Neil, you can't do it. I can't say his name. I can't do it.
What? If you say his name, he will appear. You just gotta believe in Joe Hendry. So all right. Before we continue, the running gag for this past couple weeks, as my friend Garen had said that Joe Hendry is like Santa Claus. He's just your parents.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because just like Santa Claus, you have to believe that he's real to get.
Oh yeah,
presents.
I gotcha. Yeah. I gotcha.
So there is no Joe Hendry. He's just your parents.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Chris, where are we located?
You can find Solid Movies on net. We're at facebook.com/podcast or WTMnet.com. That's W2 You'll find us there on with a bunch of really cool podcasts. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/. We're on XMTS podcast. We're on Instagram TS podcast. Go to Bonfire.com, search on sections, and then you'll find our search channel. That's what you'll make. Go to Neilwood-Productions at TeePublic. You'll find shirts. I think Neil's repping Zipples right now. And then we're like subscribe on Facebook, all that shit.
Including the Red Hot Pussy Liquor shirt from Devil's Rejects.
Okay.
I remade the symbol, so that's awesome.
Okay. All right, and this week and going forward, we will be giving these away. These are stickers.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you guys want a sticker that's free, I'll pay for postage, everything. Just contact us. We'll get your information, and I'll send it out. They're free. Nothing.
Somebody's asked me for them, and I was like, I don't have them. Like, I've been asked twice now for them, and I don't have them.
Oh, well, yeah, I sent you 30, so you can be able to do that soon.
When will they be here?
Probably Tuesday or Thursday, Wednesday.
Okay. So what's this thing? What's this thing?
I'm seeing what that thing right there. That looks like a.
There's a thing that's on the shelf over here that you can't see.
What is it?
I don't know. You sent it to me.
Oh, well, it's a gift, right?
Is there a gift?
Yeah, it's a gift.
This thing?
Yeah. Open up. That's part of your gift.
Okay. So if you guys don't know, this past week was my 44th birthday. I am now 44 years old. I have now been on the planet. What is that? 26 more years than I ever thought I would be.
Congratulations, pal.
But I'm interested because it says LED on it.
Well, it's fun. It's part of your gift. There's other stuff. There's other things coming that I think you like too.
Okay. Well, and I don't know if you know this about me and Chris, but we both are like the best gift givers. I feel like at this point, I think there's not many. You want to see what? Did I show you what Topher got me?
Yeah, you showed me, and it was
They Live. Yeah,
it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat.
Well,
so
I didn't. No, Logan's is the one that's hard to beat.
Oh, yeah.
second row pay-per-view and freaking. And I'm like, dude, all my friends hate you because of the fact that you make it so hard. Okay, this thing is like in there, man. Tell us a story. I'll tell you a story. So here's a story about a place named T. Johnny Seafood and Company. Yeah. That's today's sponsor. T. Johnny Seafood and Company is in the lovely city of Coweta, Oklahoma. I went there yesterday, and they make some of the best seafood in the area. In fact, they were voted by Tulsa World as the best restaurant in 2024. They had all kinds of food. Now, where's a picture I took? Here's a picture I took. I took that from my own phone. There's the food I was eating. Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude, it was good. It was so good. We brought it home and recooked it. That spicy Alfredo. Oh my god. And they have a whole like refrigeration area where you can buy food, you can pick up food if you want it. They are 4.8 out of 5 on Google. Literally one of the best Cajun restaurants of all time. They're at 309 East Oak Street, Coweta, Oklahoma. If you get a chance, please go by. It is some of the best Cajun food in all.
I can't wait to hear it.
Dude, you're gonna have to come here for like a month just so we can go to all the places. All right, I think now I got it open. And it says, "Oh my god, it is an on-air symbol." I love it.
It's supposed to look like neon, I think.
Yeah, it is neon. You can tell it looks like neon. Don't worry, I have an outlet right underneath me, so we will try to. Oh man, yeah, I'll have to figure out how. Okay, there's holes. Right, I can figure that out. This is cool, man.
I'm glad you like
it. I'll put it like right there somewhere. I don't know where. I'll figure it out. You know me. I'm smart. Yeah. All right, but we. Oh, so this doesn't even attach as a plug-in. I'd have to get a plug-in. Yeah, it's a USB. Man, I know all these 3 people right now are really interested in what's going on right here. There's like 4 buttons on here. Why is there?
You get to change the brightness of it.
Oh, well, there's like it looks like a Bluetooth button.
Uh-huh.
It didn't come with a freaking manual, man. All right, let's see what this does. All right, and nothing. All right, Chris, it's a bonker, man. It doesn't work. Oh my god, that's so bright. Did you see? Yeah. Everybody watch it. Huh? That is really bright. Look how bright that. Oh my god, you can't even see that. Let's see. We have to cut it up. There we go. There we go. Oh my god, that is really cool, man. I really like that. Awesome. I really like that. I don't know where I'm gonna put that. Maybe I'll put that just like right here behind me all the time. No,
it's so bright.
It's so bright, and I have it like on the dimmest. Like if I you have to keep it the dimmest no matter what, man. All right, well I will play around with that later. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You got another one coming, but it's not as cool as that.
Man, whatever. That's cool as hell. I appreciate it. All right.
Happy birthday,
That's cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really like that. I've never had it on air. I've never had an on-air sign, except for one, like, anyway.
Yeah.
One that wasn't my own personal on-air sign. Let's go with that. All right, Chris. We got to do it. Let's do it.
Are you ready to talk movies?
Well, let's talk about Voice of Shadows.
Okay. Voice of Shadows, directed by Nicholas Bain. This is his first, I guess, release on VOD. It was written by Nicholas Bain. You guys might know him from things called Kid West, maybe. But this stars. Fuck, hold on. I had stuff going and
are you drunk, bro?
I've had. I'm not drunk. Anyway, this stars Guillermo. It stars Guillermo Blanco as Gabriel.
Are you here for a confession?
Corinne Mika is Emma.
In life, there were 2 Mildas.
Maria Jose Vargas Aguero as Celeste, and Jane Hamill as Milda.
Not as hard as throwing away another 2 years.
Also, Michael Paul Levin as Father John.
This is not the first time you've committed such an egregious sin.
This also has Martin Harris as Ernesto, B. Vang as Father James, and Sean R. Sukla as Joseph. Neil, why don't you read the storyline for Voice of Shadows?
Voice of Shadows. A young working class woman stands to inherit an estate if she and her boyfriend are bid by a set of bizarre stipulations. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. All right, guys.
That's all we get.
You know, so they were nice enough to give us a screener, so we should talk about it. But man, this thing has a lot of problems. Neil's frozen. He doesn't want to say anything about it.
I don't know exactly. All right. First.
Oh, what's some of the things do you like? What's some of the things you do like? Right?
Let's talk about things we do like. Let's be nice. Let's go into this very realistically.
Okay.
One. The story was decent, not well put together, but there's a good idea there.
Yeah, the idea of it's kind of cool. Yeah.
The idea of it is cool. The guy playing the priest, Michael Paul Levin, was really good.
Yeah,
I really liked his performance.
I thought the guy who played Ernesto, Martin Harris, is pretty good too.
Martin Harris was good.
Yeah.
Guillermo, his acting, he did a lot of I'm gonna say he did I haven't looked it up. You can answer it for me because you looked it up. Did he do a lot of Spanish?
Yeah, a lot. That's almost
a lot of Spanish soap operas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I could tell that, and I'm not saying if that's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying that's a thing. Now, the some of the spookiness of it was really cool.
Yes,
some of the cinematography of the buildings. I'm not saying the cinematography of a movie. Photography. Let's go photography, not cinematography.
Okay.
Photography.
Frame of shots.
Frame of shots were great. Where there were certain parts where I was like, "That's a really cool setting."
Yeah,
that's a really cool thing.
The real cool scenes are shots that are really spooky. Like this movie, if we're gonna say it excels in anything, it's spookiness, right? And so it's sufficiently spooky, in that aspect of frame of shots.
Yes. All right, let's get into it. All right,
okay.
So
I want to start out real quick. I want to get this out of my head before we get so this plot in this movie, it's simple until they do things that make no sense, and there's scenes all throughout the thing they go fucking nowhere whatsoever. And so it's like, are they improving this? What's going on? Because movies generally, when there's a scene, there's a purpose. Not always, but this scene has scenes that are
make no sense whatsoever why they're even there.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and then you think, okay, it makes no sense. It's gonna come together and explain what's going on, and it does in the most unsatisfying way possible.
But some of the best movies in the world are movies that don't explain what the hell's going on.
This isn't one of those.
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, when it's done well, it can work. But this movie, it was not done well, so it did not work. I can understand in certain scenes what you could understand, that you can see it and you can be like, okay, I get what you're going for here. You kind of missed the mark. It's kind of like saying he went for a home run, but he just so happened to be playing football and had nothing near a baseball field around him.
I don't want to shit on the special effects, but this had some of the worst CGI fire I've ever seen.
But it won an award for
I
the
don't know how.
effects.
I don't know how.
I know.
I'm sorry. It's like, I know it's a low budget film, and they even say, hey, this is inspired by The Exorcist and the Paranormal Activity, and they kind of failed on capturing both those on either idea of it. Like, Mark, not saying that they need to emulate this film 100%, but I don't understand.
I don't understand. Okay, this is the problem. This is my major problem in this movie. Before you get too flustered with yourself and over everything. All right. My major problem with this movie is I don't know what the creature was.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't know.
they tried to say that it was satanic or something like that, but was it like a repossession? Was it a
Yeah.
demon? Was it her coming back from hell? Was it like,
And people are gonna be like, "Well, man, you don't need to know." With this one, you do, because there's so other little things to grasp onto. Um, and it's just also so tonally uneven. Like, like,
yes.
and they go back and forth, and you're like, get to the fucking point already. Like, in the motivations for
And we
some things
watch.
make no sense. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, some of the motivations for some of the actions that Gabriel makes make no fucking sense. Like, why would you do that? And then not address it the rest of the fucking movie at all. Like I don't understand it whatsoever. Like why some of these things happen in here. And then, not because I'm too dumb, it's because they don't explain it. And they don't say this is why it's done. They don't give the background to these the motivations to some of the actions the characters make. Even when you find out like what's going on at
Right.
the end, it still doesn't explain what happened that 30 minutes prior. And I gotta say, man, I had to watch this thing in shifts because I was fucking falling asleep at points too.
Yeah, I watched it, and it was. I mean, it's only an hour and a half, so at least
Yeah, I know.
thank you for that. But
Yeah.
The problem with this movie was just the fact that it got going one way, and then as soon as it started going that way, it just like divided and went completely a different direction. And then
once you start to get a feel from it.
which that's fine, that's okay. You can have a movie that goes from one spot to another spot, and as long as you're good and you're following it. But then we got spot number 3 and spot number 4 coming in, and none of them really like go together well. None of the people went together well. None of the new characters were really introduced well. And then on top of that, again, I don't know what the fuck the creature was supposed to be. I don't know if it was a zombie, if it was a demon, if it was a ghost, if it was did Satan bring her back from the dead? I don't know what it was exactly. And because of that being confusing, it made certain other parts confusing when they're like, oh, she is part of a satanic cult, or there's Satan around, or something like that. Cool. You haven't explained to me what the fuck she is or what's going on here. So everything you're giving me lore about makes no sense.
Yeah, and like the characters, like I don't know anything about Gabriel. I know even less about his I guess sister Celeste. Like I was confused going on. Like is that his sister? Is that their child?
Right.
Like I couldn't. There's just so many things that don't make a cohesive film, and so many things that are just don't work for me without Voice of Shadows. And part of the Exorcist. I don't know, man. This one just didn't do it for me, and I don't like shitting on stuff that was given to us out of the kindness of people.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, this is the best way to say this. Okay,
Mhm.
me and Chris here, we watch a lot of festival films. So by any means, we're not shitting on a movie because of bad graphics. We're not shitting on a movie because of the worst cinematography. Because we've seen those movies, and those movies still have been good movies. There have been movies that have had shitty cinematography, shitty freaking lighting, shitty stuff like that. But as long as the story, like, it brings you in and it gives you a good, honest story, then that's understandable. But this one, for some reason, it didn't do it right. It didn't the story didn't go together right, which is weird because this guy, Nicholas Bain, is also the guy of like an award-winning comic book, a graphic novel called The Unicorn and the Fox, that I think I sent you a little bit of it on the YouTube the other day. And it is a beautifully and that's why I sent it to you, because after researching, I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me this guy has a comic book that is this well written, this well done, and then couldn't put this together? That's the problem. It was just not well put together. The story did not go along well. Again, you don't really know what the creature is supposed to be, by the end of the movie.
Yeah, like what's the evil in this? And it's hard to know. Like and
Right.
they give a very, very vague answer very. I mean, like it's supposed to be satisfying, I think, but it didn't work out the way we wanted this to. It has a really cool idea, and to me, they squashed it with all the other things that didn't work about it. It like there are things that did work about it, but they were undone by shitty other things. You know,
Right.
like what the fuck was what's going on? Like why would you do it this way? And so yeah, that's Voice of Shadows. You guys can find it on VOD. Me and Neil saw it, and it it
It's only $3 on VOD. So if you wanna,
yeah
spend the $3 and see what we're talking about, go
yeah
for it.
you
We're more than happy to
yeah it's,
support any kind of local artist whatsoever. And give your own take on it. It's only $3. I mean, that's what $3 is like half the price of a cup of coffee now. I mean,
I know
like it's
yeah you can $3
it costs this
is a
is cheaper than a pack of gum. You can buy a pack of
yeah
Orbic gum and it's more expensive than this movie. So $3
yeah
over at Prime Video.
it's got spooky parts, but for me and Neil
Yeah.
it wasn't the best thing we've seen this week.
If you want to watch a good haunted horror movie, here it is. Chris, give us a score.
A 2.6.
Yeah, I
A
agree with you
2.6,
right
I think.
there. I'm
Yeah.
right with you out there. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's got some parts that it's kind of like, okay, this could be good. This right here could be good, but it wasn't
Mhm.
followed up on, and I just don't want to bash it into the dirt too bad. So,
Yeah.
well,
Okay, so
we'll give it that.
yeah, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. I want to give you. There are only 3 reviews out on it.
Mhm.
And so I'm looking at 3 reviews. So right now, I guess of the 3 reviews it has 100%, but that's definitely not where it's gonna go. I see a bunch of audience reviews. There are 2 of them. They give it a 5 out of 5, which I don't know, but yeah, there's not really reviews on this one, Rotten Tomatoes. But I will read 2 reviews from
So there's no ratings at all.
no, because they only have three
Yeah.
reviews.
Okay.
I'll read a couple of them. This is from Stephanie Morbidly Beautiful. She says, Voice of Shadow weaves a haunting tapestry of faith and fear, delivering an atmosphere that still to captivate even with a lackluster story. Okay. And this is from Nathaniel Muir of AIPT. He says, everything is placed for a perfectly acceptable horror movie, but each additional miscue takes away from the overall enjoyment. That being said, there's enough here to make a fine watch.
That being
For the
said.
I know the here to make a fine watch of the upcoming spooky season. So a lot of people like I don't know if you're me and you Neil aren't these people, but a lot of people they only watch horror films during Halloween season. I watch them all fucking year long.
Yeah,
So,
we watch them. We watch them constantly.
yeah.
I think, to be honest, I was trying to like start going through the list to start putting it together.
Yeah.
Already for December.
Yeah.
And man, we've watched a lot of horror movies this year. It's been a lot of horror movies. A lot of horror movies.
All right, but that's so we should you guys can watch on VOD, whatever. You ready to move on to news?
Let's do the news. This is the movies that don't suck and some of the news. Time to report what's going on in Hollywood because Chris thought I meant Bollywood.
That's right, Bollywood. That's all I know about.
Oh yeah, it is done. The script is written. The guys are getting together. It's going to be a blast. That's right. The most anticipated sequel of decades is on its rolling pins. Ocean's 14 is going to be happening, and there's going to be a death in the movie of that is going to be a humorous death. And Brad Pitt and George Clooney keep poking that it's going to be one of them. I can't wait. I love seeing Brad. I can't wait to see Wolves. I can't wait.
No, yeah, that comes out the end of the month, I think. Right?
Yeah, anytime Brad Pitt and George Clooney, when two guys like, I mean, when two guys that love acting together, like, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, like when I love seeing those pairings together, I love, Steve Martin, John Candy. I mean, like literally you can just sit here and go through a list of people that, are partners.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt,
I mean,
George Clooney have to be in that list.
Also, I think they both said At one time, they're the sexiest men alive, right?
Yeah, at one point they both were the sexiest men alive.
Yeah, and it's still not untrue.
And so was John Candy. John Candy was. Samara Weaving has been signed, sealed, and delivered, and is ready for Ready or Not 2. She is
Nice. I love
finally
Ready or Not
signed.
One.
Yeah, so she is now signed to contract. She will be part of the cast. She is coming back. So there's that.
I want to mention something about Samara Weaving. So a movie that aired that showed at Penny Festival, Azrael, showed it was Samara Weaving. That's in theaters now. Like there's 2 showings a day for it. But if you guys get a chance, don't sleep in Azrael. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Conjuring 4 has casted 2 new people. They have casted Ben Hardy and Mia Tomlinson as the latest additions to join Patrick Wilson and
Vera Farmiga.
Lorena Farmiga. And so they're trying to actually make this like an all-star cast now at this point, because this is going to be the last outing of the Conjuring series.
Good. like I liked the first one, and after that I was like, you know. But
George R.R. Martin, Dave Bautista, Mila Djokovic.
Yeah.
Do we need to know anymore?
I'd like to know. Yeah, I mean, maybe not, but he wrote it, directed it. What he wrote it, I'm guessing. Yeah.
George R. R. Martin, renowned global author of Song of Ice, and has seen numerous things. He has got the U.S. rights to In Lost Lands by Vertical, the movie titled the same as the book. In the Lost Lands is a captivating tale that follows the powerful witch Grey Aljas, who is sent on a blur's mission by a queen who is desperate to gain the ability to transform into a werewolf. She is accompanied by a mysterious drifter named Boyce, and together the 2 venture into the Lost Lands. It will be directed by none other than Paul W.S. Anderson.
Oh, the director of all the Resident Evil movies, and it's funny because he cast his wife again because he's married to Mia Jovovich. So I mean, yeah, man.
It's Amelia. It's Batista. George Martin's help writing, fix the script up, and it's directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. I'm there. Yeah. We're gonna have to do that one.
Okay. I'd be more excited as Paul Thomas Anderson, but I'm not gonna throw a fit about it. So.
When at the end of the Oscars every year.
Yeah.
When people die, they show little snippets of the, a memoir.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith has said that he would not like a photo of himself, but a specific picture is to be flown, and this is that picture.
He wants that scene from.
The picture of Kelly and the donkey is literally the scene. I read this article laughing my ass off. His exact words was, this is what I want. In Clerks 2, there is a donkey show scene. We show Zach, the sexy stud, go toward back the donkey and then paint up the donkey tastefully. And just as we're leaving Zach's crotch, we see him stick his hand into his pants and shit. And as we come up to his face and he goes then down and he spits on his hand, he hawks that Mox of loogie into his hand, and half of it goes to the fingers as he goes down on the donkey. That is what I want in my Oscar memoir.
Well,
does Kevin Smith watch this show? Are you one of the 17 people watching right now, Kevin Smith?
That would be insane if he was like, yeah, I want you guys to join this podcast network. I'm like, we're not in New Jersey. Sorry, pal. But yeah, it's not Kevin Smith. But yeah, I mean, I would like that to be. If that happened, I'd love to watch that. Yeah.
Batman 2, the script has been 100% completed, which a lot of people will be happy about that, since the #1 show in America right now is Penguin.
Yeah.
Penguin is killing it. Oh my God, what a good. Dude, I watched the first episode. Oh my god. Dude, that show
Oh
is
yeah,
probably
just
the
your
best
pants
show
mostly.
ever. Dude, how could you not?
Yeah.
Here's a good story. I thought you would like it and our listeners would like that because we're theater goers. We like to go to the theater, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Major theaters are spending over $2 billion in upgrades to make movies fun again.
Good. Good, man.
And
So, like, what
the NOTO, also known as the National Association of Theaters Owners, revealed that money will go towards improving things like the screens, the sound, the seating, the air conditioning units, because that's one of the biggest bitches of every theater right now.
Yeah.
While at the same time adding extras like new bars, restaurants, arcades, and in some pickleball.
Pickleball, really? Like inside the theater?
Yeah, like in courts.
I know they should definitely also add showers. They're gonna do that.
Yeah, if you're gonna do the pickleball, add some showers somewhere. That's nasty.
Yeah, I know it's just so sweaty watching the movie I want to see.
Yeah, so the three major chains, Regal Cinema, Cinemark, Cineplex, and AMC, are going to be doing this over the next 3 years, upgrading all their movie theaters, and money is coming in. I am too, man. Ridley Scott is already ready to work on Gladiator 3.
Well, let's see how Gladiator 2 works out, dude. I'm gonna hold your tits a bit on this one.
He's pretty sure it's going to work okay.
Yeah.
Jared Leto is doing Jared Leto things again. Everyone on the set of the new Tron movie is only allowed to call him Ares, and he's in full method mode.
So, I have a friend who's convinced that Jared Leto has a cult. He's a cult leader. I can see it. You know, just women following him everywhere.
He has the Jesus look going on. You never know.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's all about it. Sure, man. I guess.
What's the number one Halloween movie this year? What's the one that we all want to see more than anything? Let's be honest.
Oh, that's coming out?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I haven't really looked that far into the. I know there's stuff coming out. What do you want to see, Neil? Is it Terrifier 3?
Terrifier 3, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And guess what? The first responses are to it.
Are people they're handing out vomit bags when people walking in the theater?
It is not a simple case of upping the gore levels either, as reviews have made it clear that there is a story of Art the Clown's reign of terror, and it's not overread. It has created and been more deprived, bloody, lore-filled installment than any of the other two Terrifiers.
You and I have to watch this movie when it comes out.
We love us some gory Terrifier movies, man. And if you haven't seen Terrifier, guys, Terrifier is the Freddy Krueger of this generation. That's the way it is.
The one most shocking death scene I've ever seen was in Terrifier 1. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like, 'cause it was one of those things like they're not gonna do that, are they? And they did, and that's pretty much Terrifier's like MO. They're not gonna do that, are they? And they definitely do.
Oh yeah. It's one of those movies that it's like, oh, they wouldn't do. Oh, they did do that. They did do that.
Yeah.
One of the most long-awaited zombie movies ever has already wrapped filming, as we have said, and now we find out to make it look more realistic, it was filmed completely on an iPhone 15.
What movie is this called? What's the name of the movie?
28 years later.
Oh, it's an iPhone. That's interesting. That's fucking interesting as shit.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
was shooting using an iPhone 15 Pro Max, the most expensive and powerful model of the generation. 28 inch will star Cillian Murphy, Judy Colmer, and Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Ralph Fiennes.
You'll find
But
that.
of course, a good amount of the attachments and adapters were used with the iPhone to better factuate the filmmaking process. But the film will indeed sport the phone's digital camera experience.
Did they say who directed it? Was it Danny Boyle for this one too?
Yes,
Okay.
Danny Boyle's longtime photographer, Anthony Dodd Mantle, is returning as collaborating on it. So they're the ones that are helping together do all that. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see
I'm
whatever the
excited.
hell
I'm
that
excited.
is.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to see it. And it's been a minute since the first one. Close to 28 years, I guess.
New Terminator stuff is coming now since the Terminator, if you don't know, Terminator 0 Days, the anime that is on Netflix, has been killing it. I've seen the first 3 episodes. I haven't got to watch all of it. And
Yeah.
believe me, I have a bunch of people that are just telling me the whole way through that it's just one of the best cartoon things,
Yeah,
animated things they've ever seen ever.
I saw it the other day. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen 3 episodes, so I'm not all the way through, but there'll be new Terminator stuff coming in the future, and like Zero Day, will have nothing to do with the original characters of Arnold Schwarzenegger, John Connor. You know, we're moving away from that so we can create a new atmosphere and a new era.
It's definitely it's definitely a fertile ground for cool sci-fi storytelling to have that set in the Terminator universe, but not just that one character, John Connor, and all that stuff. So I'm interested to see where that takes it, for sure.
Me too. 2 movies that we reviewed, Chris, have crossed major milestones in the world of cinema since we have last spoken. Number 1 will be Alien Romulus is now the highest earning horror movie in IMAX ever.
Nice.
It had taken let's see, where did it go? $101.8 million in IMAX film. And Deadpool and Wolverine is now the 5th highest comic book movie at IMAX of all time, just now beating out Avengers.
What's the number 1? Does it say?
I didn't look that up. It doesn't say it here. It doesn't say here. Here, one second. Let's see if it does. I didn't read that far deep into it. I was trying to just give you the info. Why do you always do this to me?
I'm sorry, pal. It's just that, like, you know, I mean, it's made.
Usually I do have that information.
Yeah. Neil's like, why you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I would usually go look that up, and I didn't. That's my bad. But yes, I'm guessing Endgame. It has to be Endgame, right?
Yeah. Like it being rated R does a little bit of barrier entry for Deadpool vs. Wolverine, but I think Neil fucking loved it, and he thinks it's probably. I don't see a world where Neil's has put that in his top 5 in a year. Honestly,
I've already watched it 5 times.
Yeah.
Long-awaited Transformer and G.I. Joe crossovers getting a huge update. That is the next live action. Saying the dude in charge. What was the guy's dude's name? Where was he at? I just looked at it. I hate it when this happens. I blame you. I blame you, Chris.
Yeah, you should. You should 100%.
But the producer said that yes, that the new live action one is. I'm trying to see his name, but they only said it once. Oh, there it goes. Lorenzo del Bonavarci. It says that the new next live action one will be Transformer G.I. Joe. I don't know why they're continuing with the Transformers at this point.
Well, apparently the new one, the Transformers 1, is supposed to be really good. I don't know. The one that just came out.
Oh, really? Because I just read like 3 articles today that it boom.
Oh, it did.
It did not go well. It bombed.
No, wow, okay. Fuck.
And we all know why it bombed, right?
Because people are tired of Transformers. Because the movies have been.
No. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Okay.
All right. Here. It won't take long. It won't take long. I'm telling you right now. I'll show you exactly why. All right. Okay. Here. Well, I'm trying. I'm going as fast as I can. I blame Chris. Chris messes a lot of things up, and he always beats me if I don't do it quickly. And Chris, tell him how many times you beat me a week.
All the time, yeah. I
All the time. All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it. All right. And now here it is. Okay. This is the issue that they have with all the Transformer movies. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It would help if I didn't have all these other pictures. Okay, there we go. All right, so here is a picture of Optimus Prime in the 1980s. Right? Look at
it. It's pretty simple. Yeah.
All right. Here's the new Optimus Prime.
That looks nothing like the original Optimus Prime.
Do you see what the biggest difference is?
Is it the nose? The mouth? All that stuff?
The mouth! They always show his mouth in the new... I don't get that. In all the new Transformer movies, they always show his mouth. His mouth was never shown before. Stop doing that. You'd have a good Transformers movie if you stop showing Optimus Prime's mouth.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Zachary Snyder has confirmed he will return to the helm of the 300 series, doing the prequel for the TV series coming out.
Okay, well, hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully it's okay.
All right, you ready for this? Remember a couple weeks ago, I reported. Remember a couple weeks ago, I reported that Clue was getting remade.
Yeah. I like the original Clue too. I like that.
They got their director.
Who's the director?
Zach Kurgi from Barbarian.
Oh, ooh. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's definitely watch that.
Let's go on that.
If you guys don't remember, he's also a member of the Wise Kids You Know. So that's a little bit of a surprise for people who don't know though.
And as always, and as always, guys, we are big advocates for old movies as well. So go watch the original Clue movie.
Yeah.
It has 4 endings. If that makes sense to you, good. If it doesn't,
I think
awesome.
it's 1985, 1986, something like that, right? Clue, the original? Yeah.
I think 1984, 1985, 86, somewhere around there. Yep.
Okay.
Also, Baz Luhrmann, who's known for Elvis, the movie with Austin Butler, is working on his new biography movie. Yeah.
Which one's the new one? Which one's this new one on?
Joan of Arc and the feminine struggles she had to go through.
Okay, I'm trying to picture this as Baz Luhrmann's his sheen on it, you know. So I'd be interested to see what he does with it for sure. But you guys remember he would also do that You Romeo and Juliet where Leo and Claire Danes had guns and shit, and so I wonder if how they'll change up Joan of Arc because this is historical character, you know. Joan of Arc existed, so I wanted to see how he'll do this one.
The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes trilogy got the green light finally, so we are going to see the entire series of what they want from that. Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd have a movie called Friendship that just got picked up by A24. So
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
I know, right there makes you happy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Steven Soderbergh is working on a book about Jaws and teaching people how to direct.
Spielberg and Soderbergh are just one of them.
It's just Steven Spielberg is doing it.
Okay, cool. You said Soderbergh, and I was like, what?
But, Soderbergh? Is it Soderbergh? How do you say it?
There's Steven Spielberg and there's Steven Soderbergh, and they're two different people.
Steven Soderbergh.
Okay, all right, cool.
Kelsey Grammer has been conversations to return as his character, the Beast, in the new MCU.
What? That'd be crazy to see. I think that'd be wild.
I know. I would like to see. I liked him as Beast in the.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
but now
did
he's like
perfect.
105. I don't want him to die on air.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Those old people in movies are like, are they gonna make it? You know what I mean?
The Sims movie is officially in development at Amazon.
I'm gonna keep my excitement about that until I actually see who's involved with it. You know what I mean?
Well, let me give you some of it.
Oh, okay.
Kate Herron is going to be the director. This is the same person that directed Loki, the series.
Okay.
The co-writing the script is Barry Redman, also known as the person that helped write Barbie. Which makes sense because Margot Robbie's production company is who's doing this. They're producing.
Okay, so now I'm interested in knowing that the production company's doing it.
Now we're way interested. Before we're kind of like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, but now since we know that her production picked it up, I do think they might do something interesting with the Sims.
Hey guys, do you like horror movies? Do you like horror movies that you missed at the movie theater before? Well, guess what? This year, Blumhouse is releasing every week another movie at the movie theater that you could go see of their old classics. This week, right now, September 25th, is Paranormal Activity. October 2 is Lights Out. October 9th is Insidious Chapter 2. October 16th is Happy Death Day. October 23rd is The Black Phone. And October 30th is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Also, those are probably pretty good movies to my book. So
those are pretty good movies.
Yeah.
And not to be outdone, Regal Cinemas for $8.
Yeah.
You can go see any one of these all October long A24 movies. The Killing of a Sacred Deer, a ghost story. It Comes at Night, Dream Scenario, and her Hereditary. Sorry, no witch, buddy.
That's okay. So like 3 of those are horror films. I don't know if I'd call Dream Scenario or The Killing of a Sacred Deer necessarily a horror film.
They call it the Eerie series. So
okay,
they're
eerie. They're definitely eerie. They're definitely eerie. Okay.
All right, last 2 biggest stories of the week. Netflix Black Mirror has shown let out the people that will be cast in its new series.
Okay.
Season 7 will be cast with Awkwafina
Mm-hmm.
From Jackpot that we just did. Malika Brooks from Mom and I Don't Talk Anymore. Peter Caplia from Criminal Record. Emma Corrine from Deadpool and Wolverine. Patsy Farian from Firebrand. Paul Giamatti.
Ooh, Paul Giamatti's in this.
From The Holdovers. Louis Goldberg from Blade Runner 2099. Rashada Jones from Sunny. Shiana Kelly. Bill Magginson. Rosie McEwen. Kristen McLotto. Chris O'Dowd from like the IT crowd, Isa Ra, Paul G. Raymond, Tracy Ellis Ross, Jamie Simpson, and Harriet Walter are all main characters of the Black Mirror season 7. Which I can't wait. I thought they canceled the show. I didn't know they're bringing it back. I fucking love Black Mirror.
No, I think everyone wants Black Mirror. I want to say I want that to happen all the fucking time. Like. This is me interesting. So you know when they did that Bandersnatch, they did that interactive game instead of new season of Black Mirror. I was upset by that.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I want more episodes. I don't have to do this one thing. It's cool, but do this in addition to more episodes of Black Mirror. So
there is a spot. Now this one is the biggest story of the week, the month, the year for me. I love it, and you will love it with me.
Mm-hmm.
The first ever superhero is getting their star on the Walk of Fame. Now, we're not talking an actor playing a superhero. We're talking the actual comic book character itself is getting a star on the Walk of Fame because there is a star available between two people, and they figured this is the best star to go there.
God damn. Is it? Can you tell me the stars on either side of them?
I know, because as soon as I say those two names, I say those two names, and you'll definitely know who the fuck it is.
Is it Spider-Man?
No, it's
Is it
Spider-Man's like what?
Is it Batman?
It is 100% Batman. The
Okay, cool.
star will be in between Bob Kane, the creator of Batman,
Yeah.
and Adam West,
Oh,
the
yeah.
star on the Walk of Fame. So
Okay, yeah.
Batman will be the first superhero on Thursday, September 26th. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Steve Adams will serve an eminence and present the comic book character with star number 2790, which is kind of funny because the first appearance of Batman was Detective Comics number 27.
Yeah.
It'll be, that's kind of cool. To President, CEO, and publisher Jim Lee.
That's cool. I mean, who doesn't fucking love Batman, right?
I know, right? And it's seriously right next to. I need to go out to LA just so I could see that.
Take a picture of it.
Right next to all of them. And Chris, that's the news.
All right, let's move on. We get to the.
That was the Moves and Suck and Something News. I told Chris a bunch of stuff, but he's drunk. He didn't understand what I said.
That's totally right. I'm wasted. Day drunk on a Sunday. Not really.
Dude, that's the only way to do. All right, so 5 seconds. I've noticed something in the last 8 minutes, I'd say, but we are off. So give me 1 second. I'm going to reload.
Sure. You guys want to come back and then we'll do a review of Speak No Evil. But yeah, sometimes to get off, it's fucking irritating. I don't know how to fix it. Here you are. All right, let's talk about.
What happened, Chris?
I don't know.
We had 17 watchers, and then I left, and now there's only 3.
I don't know, man. I can't tell you.
Did you get naked while I was gone?
I did. That's what happened.
Chris.
Right. Speak No Evil, directed by James Watkins. James Watkins directed such things as Eden Lake, The Woman in Black, some episodes of McMafia, and he did relate an episode of Black Mirror. So there we go on that one. We just talked about Black Mirror. This is written by James Watkins, Chris Taldrip, and Mads Taldrip. This is a remake of a Danish film came out a few years ago. This stars James McAvoy as Patty.
There's a shotgun I bought.
Also, Mackenzie Davis plays Louise Dalton.
I'm not afraid of the future. Oh my God.
Also, Scoot McNairy plays Ben Dalton.
I believe the world's a bad place.
And Ashley Franciosi plays Ciara.
I don't remember my real father.
This also stars Alex West Leftor as Agnes Dalton, Dan Ho as Aunt, Chris Hitchen as Mike, and Neil Winter did the storyline for Speak No Evil.
A family is invited to spend a whole week in a lonely home in the countryside. But as the weekend progresses, they realize that a dark side lies within the family. Who invited them?
Neil, why don't you go and start this one out?
Man, every year from here on out, we just need to give James McAvoy an Oscar, an award, something that just says, "Hey, man, thank you, thank you for being a friend, thank you for traveling the road again. You're a friend and a true confidant." And if I threw a party and invited everyone I knew, anyway, but wow. This was just James showing us how badass and frightening James could be. Like, I don't know if I could be in a room alone with James ever again. Again, I've never been in a room with him before. Yeah. But I could, he just knows how to play these roles so well.
Yeah, just a creepy guy. He's so fucking creepy. This movie is, without James Franco, without James McAvoy, this movie ain't kind of shit. But with James McAvoy, the movie is definitely elevated by him.
It's kind of like it's like what's a good movie that has only one good character in it? I'm not saying everybody wasn't a bad character. Everybody else was they did their parts
yeah,
and stuff like that. And I love everybody that was in this movie. They all did their parts. They all were scared shitless of him, and it made sense. Who is his girl? The girl that he was with?
Ciara, Ashley Francesi.
Yeah, like both of them were creepy. Like it's just so weird because the best way to even describe this is like one of the pictures, because like here's one picture of them, and then it's like, oh, they're so happy and it's so cute, and it's all the next picture. Oh yeah, they're just so happy and they're so cute. But then like 5 seconds later, it's like he's gonna fucking murder me.
Yeah, they're great scenes in this. They're about misdirection, and then sort of things like the movie does a good job of making you question yourself, like your ideas of it, and then questioning yourself, like are they doing the right thing? I don't know, like, and so I mean, it becomes very clear in the movie what's happening, but it's a top notch performance in James McAvoy that really makes this movie stand out. Like,
yeah, 100%. Like the rest of this movie, you can say whatever, but James just like he killed it because you didn't know he just had that personality in this movie that like 1 second you didn't know if he was joking or he was about to murder everybody.
Yeah,
and you didn't know. And then when he's about to murder everybody, is he murdering everybody else or is he just joking? I don't know.
It's got a familiar storyline, but it does have that spark where you kind of haven't seen movies like this very often.
No,
But
unless you
the
watched the one 2 years ago.
yeah. Which, speaking of the Danish one, which is if you guys don't watch this on Netflix or not Netflix, it's on Shutter. I mean, big fan of Shutter. You guys can watch that after seeing Speaking of the English language remake. I But like I said, the thing that makes it so good is also kind of a crutch. You know, James McAvoy is great, but he's the best thing about it. Like without him, this movie isn't as good as it is. You know what I mean?
But is it a crutch? Or is it just somebody that outshined everybody else?
That's true. Okay.
Like, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix outshined everybody else in the movie The Joker, but is that a crutch?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
you
you're
know,
right.
like I think it's just here he just outshined everybody else. And I'm not again taking away from the other actors because I mean they all look scared. They all look scared shitless. Because I would have been scared shitless. And I don't know if he did method acting or what he did, but man, he scared me shitless.
Yeah. It's definitely you don't see a horror film like this come on too often. Me and Neil, big champions of horror, and I can tell I easily say the past 5 years have been some of the best horror films of all time, or at least consistently good. It's one of those genres that gets overlooked a lot. But I mean, fucking with shit like this and the things we will be watching, the things we have watched, my top 10 will be filled with horror films this year, easy.
Easily going to be filled. I mean, of course, Deadpool Wolverine will be number one for all of us. But like, besides that, like these movies, there are a lot of movies this year that are putting up the mustard, and this is one of them. Like, I don't see how he doesn't get nominated for this.
Yeah, that like he is fucking fantastic. James McAvoy. He needs. I don't know if he has any Oscars. He definitely should. After seeing this, he's acting abilities off the charts. But he's won at least one BAFTA award, so good for him on that. But he was.
It's just to give you guys kind of an idea. This is the way it goes. Okay, one moment he's just like, "Hey, maybe you should go over there and apologize." He should apologize. You should fucking apologize. Like it's just like on a turn of a whim. That's what this movie is like. It's like 1 second it's all like, oh, happy and rainbow and sunshines, and there's parts where it's like, yeah, the people that are visiting, maybe they are doing shit that's crossing the line. Maybe they are doing things that you wouldn't be happy about if they did at your house. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, maybe this dude's just fucking psycho.
Yeah, and that's well, speaking of evil, it's definitely worth checking out. I do recommend to people that want a suspenseful thing because it's definitely suspenseful. It's got some stuff that will make you wince.
This is the best fact I found about this movie.
Okay.
And in a 2020 interview, which was with Empire Magazine, which he was with, James said that he modeled the toxic masculinity of his character after Andrew Tate, the far-right social media personality and influence who philosophy has been widely condemned as
misogynistic. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, and apparently James didn't watch the original, so he just formed his own sort of idea of how to play this character, and it benefited from that. It makes it worth watching both.
Let's just like James. At what point? When do we not like James? Like what movie did he did? Like, can we go through a list really quick before we get into the back end of this of James and just talk about this, since it is our podcast and we're allowed to talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Split is great.
Split is great. Filth is great. Atonement is great. The Last King of Scotland was great. I've seen it. I did not see Housebroken. What is Housebroken? That looks like some his Dark Materials, The Sandman. Like, I'm trying to find something that I haven't seen that I like absolutely hated. It. He was good in It. He was one of the best parts of It Chapter 2.
Dark Phoenix was also good. Dark Phoenix was very good.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah, he was in that
for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, I finally found one I don't like. All right,
isn't that Dark Phoenix? I hate Dark Phoenix. I gotta tell you, man.
No, I was Sherlock Gnomes. Sherlock Gnomes. I don't know what that is. I was okay with the X-Men, the X-Men series that he tried. I'm not the happiest with how those turned out, but he was such a great Charles Xavier. Again, he made it worth it.
There's also a good subplot in Speaking of Evil of a sort of crumbling relationship and how certain things can change how you feel about your partner. So that's a little subplot that had a little bit uncomfortable parts to this movie. I definitely recommend it. It's something Blumhouse doesn't always hit their mark, but with this one they definitely did, and it's worth watching. The production company. A lot of people.
What would you think is his best role?
Probably Split. I'm gonna say Split.
Split, yeah. Split. Before Glass, not Glass. Split. Glass was a decent movie, and we understand what it was supposed to be.
We were all really excited about Glass, and then
I was so excited for Glass. We that was one that we did review together. I remember.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was one of.
And I was so excited, and then I had to be heartbroken. It's like, I'll tell you this story later. Never mind. But anyway, all right. So,
what's your score in this film?
I have to get like a 4.4. Like, okay. I wish everybody else was better, but like the cinematography of this movie, the look of this movie, the thriller of this movie, and the fact that James just knocked it out of the park. Like, I could watch another 3 hours. I could watch another 3 hours of this movie. If easily. This is a movie that I felt like it was over way too quick. And I don't even know how long the movie was, to be very honest. It was a 2-hour movie, and I felt like this was 5 minutes because I was so incapacitated by it.
Yeah, I was pretty enraptured by this movie too. My score with this is a 4.1. Not as high as Neil, but I definitely like Speak No Evil. And I was in the theater that was full. So hearing the gas from the audience was really cool, yeah, Hard Speak No Evil, guys, see this in theaters. It's a theater film. Neil, like you people who go to theaters. All right, Neil, RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Speak No Evil?
It has to be a 72 at least.
85%. 85%.
Nice.
All right, what is the critic score for Speak No Evil?
79.
83%. Certified fresh.
Oh man, I should have got a
So
couple more up.
critics' consensus is harnessing sick suspense from the glimmer in James McAvoy's eye. Speaking of Evil is a rare remake that hushes over concerns of been there, done that. A review of bad review, negative review. This is from Christy Puchko of Mashable. She says, if you've never savored the blood and bite of a steak, this processed remake will serve just fine.
That's awesome.
Whatever. And this is gonna be from, let's see this one from John Liu of the Straight Times.
Dude, you gotta admit that was some creative writing, though. Come on.
It was. There's a bunch of it.
I'm not saying that it's correct on what she's saying. I'm just saying that was some some really.
Actually, I'm gonna do our friend Richard Roper, the show. Sometimes he says, speaking of eventually goes full on with familiar horror movies blood spattering, but the social satire in this world is going to build up as a little strength of this film. Like I was saying earlier, it's not just a horror film. There's, things to be said about that. God, that smoke at the camera, man, that looks good. But God damn it comes up in front of it and like, are you all right? I know sneezing. Are you sneezing or just coughing? Okay, he's
Sorry, trying to get that before. Sometimes with vape, for some reason, it makes me sneeze a lot.
That's cute. But speaking of the SNCs in theaters, Neil gave it 4.5, 4.4. I did 4.1. This is definitely something you go see in the spooky season because it's but I'd call it more a thriller than a horror, but it works in both ways. Next week we'll be seeing Neil.
The Substance for one. I know we're doing The Substance, and then we're gonna watch that one that everybody's been talking about, Rebel Ridge, right?
Cool. Yeah. That's next week.
Those sound great. I mean, I've been kind of I didn't even remember we were doing this anymore. I forgot.
Oh yeah, you have a podcast.
I was like, oh my god, I still have a podcast to do this week, don't I?
Well,
damn.
I'm glad you made it. I'm glad we figured this out.
Me too. I did it in like the last 24 hours.
How's your liver feeling? I
don't know if I have one anymore.
Yeah.
I think it like left many moons ago.
Okay, good. Well, we're back, guys, and this will be out soon. But thanks for listening. You guys can find us on moviesonsuck.net. We're w2mnet.com. That's again number 2mmoviesnet.com. You'll find us there along with a bunch of other podcasts. Go to patreon.com/you-don't-suck. Go to exit MTS Podcast, Instagram MTS Podcast. Go to bonfire.com/you-don't-suck and something to do. You'll find merch. Go to Neilwood Dash Productions at T-Turtle, T-Public, sorry. You'll find our stuff there on stuff Neil's made. If you guys want a sticker, I have a ton of them. Just send us a message, and we'll go ahead and we'll
send a message on the Movies That Don't Suck page. All right.
Yeah. Not Neil's page.
Don't send Neil a direct message to me because I don't have them. Chris has them.
Yeah.
You must send it to either Chris Owen or to Movies That Don't Suck.
Or Movies Don't Suck Podcast at gmail.com works. These are free. I'll pay for postage. All you do is message us.
Put that in the message. Put that in the message you have on the pages.
Yeah.
That just to send you a message directly.
Yeah.
I'm tired of messages. Do not comment. I'm like, I don't have them. Chris does.
Do not comment on it. Just send me a message. But
no, tell them to comment on it. Tell them comment and then message you directly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Comment, message directly. You guys can get a free sticker easy, right there. That's what it looks like. Yeah, QR code that takes your own tree and all that stuff.
My buddy Topher already has a bunch and he already loves them.
Yeah, I'm glad. So yeah, guys. Neil, what are your small businesses?
If you got a small business, just let us know. Message us, email us, send us a pigeon. It doesn't matter how you tell us. We'll be more than happy to support you right here on our podcast. All our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers right here on Movies Don't Suck and Some to Do.
What you got here, dude?
Yeah, let's get out of here. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, that any time you ever say, I'm going to do a screener for your company, make sure to try to speak no evil. Have a good night. Thank you, guys, everybody, for watching. You guys have a good night. Please drive through the second window.